I'm not ready for a world champion at his caliber yet, but I don't know. I haven't thought about that possibility.
I mean, could you envision that someday?
I don't know. I think
Jake Paul has abruptly pulled out of his fight with Anthony Joshua just 3 weeks before the event, and the boxing world is in chaos. Fans are stunned, analysts are scrambling, and the hype surrounding what was meant to be a blockbuster showdown has collapsed overnight. What should have been a defining moment for Paul has exploded into a media circus. Standing across from Anthony Joshua, Paul's nerves have never been more obvious. The size disparity is impossible to ignore, and even Jake admits it. This isn't just about boxing skill anymore. It's the intimidation factor. Fans can see it, rivals can see it, and every word Jake utters only fuels the controversy. The situation escalated further when Eddie Hearn confirmed that legal action is already underway. This is no longer standard fight week.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that possibility.
I mean, could you envision that someday?
I don't know. I think
Drama. It's turning into a brewing courtroom battle. Rumors swirl, speculation grows, and tension between Jake Paul and Joshua's camp has become more than a competitive rivalry. It's a clash of egos, contracts, and pride. From the outside, the mess is nearly...
He's obviously very, very tall. Looking up, my tallest opponent, my eyes are at his, chest level.
Impossible to untangle. Even Showbiz the adult refuses to pick a side, emphasizing just how complicated the situation has become. Fans are left searching for answers, and every new report adds another twist to the spiraling controversy around Jake Paul's sudden withdrawal.
And we'll leave it in the hands of the lawyers.
The frustration is palpable. Pulling out weeks before a fight isn't just disappointing, it disrespects the sport. Fans feel cheated, promoters are furious, and every excuse is dissected across social media. Paul's decision has ignited a
much because I wasn't there. I don't know everything that happened, and of course, I'm not going to jump on one side.
Firestorm of criticism, with many questioning his professionalism and commitment. Anthony Joshua hasn't held back his thoughts. He's called Paul toxic and disruptive, insisting the young fighter needs a serious reality check. Many are now debating.
I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out. Oh, I was injured. Well, if you was injured, you won't be injured in 4 months.
Debating whether this fight would have been a spectacle or a disaster, which only inflames the drama surrounding Paul's last-minute pullout. I feel like he's toxic, Joshua says. Put any top heavyweight here, and he'd say the same things about them all.
I feel like you can put any top heavyweight in the world up here, and he'll probably say the same thing about them all. So it's just him as a person, and then he just needs
a beatdown. Charlemagne has added even more heat, hinting that there may be internal issues behind Paul's exit. If true, this isn't just a canceled fight. It's a breakdown of relationships, business deals, and trust. The intrigue...
Rumors are true. You know what I mean? If the rumors are true, because that's what I was told, and I heard they were just looking for a reason to part ways.
It grows deeper, and fans are hungry to know what really went wrong. Johnny Nelson doesn't sugarcoat it either. He suggests Paul may finally have realized the risk outweighs the reward. The days of easy paydays against low-threat opponents are gone, and stepping in against a heavyweight like Joshua may have been the wake-up call Paul was trying to avoid. Fans are split, some calling the decision smart, others calling it cowardice. The narrative is blowing up. A hyped young star shrinking when faced with a true challenge.
Cashing out. Because the big purses that he's pulling, fighting these has-beens or ex-fighters, they're dropping slowly but surely. So maybe, just maybe, this might be his last fight. Getting in there with Anthony Joshua and getting knocked out.
This isn't just a single canceled fight. It's a moment that could define Jake Paul's legitimacy and future in boxing. Lawrence Okolie goes even further, attacking the foundation of Paul's reputation. Skill versus hype. That's the heart of the issue. Okolie points out that soft gloves, fast hands, and athleticism only go so far against a seasoned heavyweight. Movement and raw talent won't cover up the technical gaps. More and more fans are starting to recognize the difference between social media confidence and real boxing pedigree.
Guys, bigger gloves, so stuff like speed and like athleticism plays more of a factor because you're able.
According to Okolie, Paul was never ready for this level. David Haye echoes that sentiment with blunt clarity. He emphasizes that Jake Paul's power and skill are nowhere near the level Anthony Joshua brings. Standing next to AJ, the difference in size, strength, and experience becomes obvious. Fans can visualize just how steep the challenge would have been. Hayes' take makes it clear, this isn't casual risk. This fight could have exposed every weakness Paul has avoided facing. Eddie Hearn drives the point.
Jake Paul can come 15-20% in regards to Anthony Joshua. He's a completely different specimen. Look, you'll see what it looks like when they stand next to each other.
Point home. Joshua doesn't do easy fights, and certainly not against someone like Jake Paul. AJ enters every ring with intent and precision. Paul wouldn't just have been outmatched. He'd have been systematically dismantled. The matchup highlights the clash between true professionalism and influencer hype. Hearn's warning underscores how dangerous this fight could have been for Paul and why the stakes were so high. Derek Chisora refuses to soften his words. He paints a blunt, almost chilling picture. Jake Paul simply does not.
Very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, you know, people say, oh, will he take it easy on it? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out as soon as possible.
Not have the physical tools to survive a world-class heavyweight like Joshua. Hype and excitement mean nothing when the bell rings. Chisora warns that one clean punch from AJ could send Paul to the hospital. It's not just a mismatch in skill, it's a mismatch in size, power, and experience. The spectacle would have been massive, but the danger even bigger. Frank Warren takes a different angle, calling the entire situation a chaotic spectacle that fans can't look away from. Paul's ambition has collided with harsh reality, creating a slow-motion disaster that has now imploded before ever reaching fight night. Jake Paul's sudden decision to cancel his fight with Anthony Joshua just 3 weeks before the event has thrown the boxing world into complete...
Never happened to be exciting.
Does he have the power to knock out Joshua?
No, he hasn't got the power to knock out Joshua.
How does that fight end?
Jake Paul going in an ambulance, bro.
Turmoil. Fans are stunned, promoters are furious, and analysts are scrambling to make sense of a situation that has spiraled into full-blown chaos. What was supposed to be a blockbuster showdown has crumbled overnight, turning into a media storm that shows no signs of slowing down. From the moment Paul stood opposite Anthony Joshua, the tension was unmistakable. The size difference alone was enough to unsettle anyone, and even Jake admitted the intimidation factor was real. This wasn't simply a matter of skill, it was a psychological battle he appeared to be losing before stepping into the ring. Fans saw it, experts saw it, and every hesitant comment from Paul only amplified the controversy. Things escalated even further when Eddie Hearn confirmed that legal action is...
Or not, this is a car crash, and people will watch it because that's what people do at car crashes.
Now on the table. What began as sporting drama has morphed into a legal dispute, with contracts, obligations, and egos colliding behind the scenes. Rumors are flying everywhere, and speculation about the true reason behind Paul's withdrawal grows more intense by the hour. Even Showbiz the Adult opted not to take sides, a rare stance that underscores just how messy the situation has become. For fans, the disappointment is real. Pulling out weeks before a major fight doesn't just disrupt the sport, it feels like a betrayal. Promoters are angry, supporters feel cheated, and every excuse Jake offers is being torn apart online. His professionalism and commitment...
See, Joshua's never enjoyed the size benefit like he has going into the fight with Jake Paul. And the only thing about it that could be real or look real or sound real is if he goes out and he plans and he threatens and he does the best of his ability to break Jake.
...are under fire, and the backlash has been relentless. Anthony Joshua hasn't held back his frustration either. He's openly called Paul toxic, insisting that the YouTuber-turned-fighter needs to be humbled. Many now wonder whether the fight would have been an exciting spectacle or a complete disaster for Paul, a debate that only intensifies the fallout surrounding the cancellation. Joshua's blunt words, "He's toxic. He needs a beatdown," have added gasoline to an already raging fire. Charlemagne has fueled even more speculation, hinting that internal team drama may be the real cause of Paul's exit. If those rumors hold any truth,
to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, should I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua hurts this guy, seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in hospital?
then this isn't just a canceled fight. It's a fracture in business relationships, personal trust, and the very foundation of Paul's boxing operation. Johnny Nelson didn't hesitate to voice his own suspicion. Paul might finally have realized the risk simply wasn't worth the reward. The era of easy paydays against softer opponents, Nelson argues, is over. Facing a heavyweight like Joshua would have forced Paul to confront the limits of his skill, and perhaps he wasn't ready for that. Some fans call the move strategic. Others call it cowardice. Lawrence Okolie's assessment hits at the core of the debate. Hype can only carry a fighter so far. Natural talent and athleticism may work against smaller, less skilled rivals, but they crumble fast against elite heavyweights. According to Okolie, Paul was never prepared for the massive gap in technique and experience that Joshua brings. David Haye echoed that sentiment, stressing how undeniable the physical and technical differences are between the two men. Side by side, the mismatch becomes painfully clear. Haye warned that this wasn't just a risky fight. It had the potential to expose every weakness Paul has avoided until now. Derek Chisora put it even more bluntly, saying Paul simply doesn't have the tools to survive a fighter